It's baffling that someone would say that on a stream. They would just go and say that. He's early 30s. That's rough, man. The most wretched losers online are saying other people are weird. His cardio is so bad, live streaming is taking him to the brink. So we end up in a permanent spiral where everyone's attacking each other and no one stands up for the principle. How amazing is this? How beautiful is this? There is an active, deliberate effort to try to shut down his speech. So, guys, okay. Papa Gut. Okay, Papa Gut. We all know Papa Gut, don't we? I'm sure we've all heard of Papa Gut at some point. So earlier, or well, last night I should say, Aiden requested Papa Gut talk to him. Augie replied to this saying he'd love to see this, because Papa Gut has been sweeping crazy style, absolutely bouncing on it for Cameron F305, who, as anyone who's been watching the streams for a while knows, is a complete, proven, wretched liar with credible allegations of sexual assault and abuse against him, who has lied about those numerous times and even been deceptive, potentially forged evidence to try and exonerate his claims. Obviously, we have a video of him physically abusing. I don't have any other words for it. It's like just straight up. I think that you would just consider that physically abuse, what he did to Crexer in that one video. We have an audio recording of him admitting to key parts of the allegations while talking to one of the victims. And we also have, last night, Mrao and Max seem to have found that during his response video to the Crexer abuse allegations, he claimed that she had a police report that showed a history of violence, yet if you got the unredacted version of the screenshot he showed, you would see that the part that was referring to a history of violence was actually referring to a black male who the police were talking about, but he had censored that part and just left the part where I identified Crexer so that he could trick everyone into thinking the history of violence was referring to Crexer and not some black guy. So the guy is a complete, disgusting, wretched liar who at the minimum has smeared the f*** out of people who were accusing him of stuff. And not just smeared and said they're crazy and liars because they were being crazy and lying, but smeared separately with allegations of his own that he's leveled against them. Now, Papa Gut, obviously being an incurious, lazy, tubby idiot, has made no effort to look into this whatsoever. He thinks that a single YouTube commentary video is as good as law. He thinks that's the definitive take on any situation. If you watch one YouTube commentary video on something, you have all the information you could ever possibly need, and you never need to look into it again. As we'll see in a video I'm about to show you of his stream earlier today, where a few people entered his chat, myself included, to ask him if he would talk to Aiden. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at his horrific, stammering, fearful response to being asked to debate a 19-year-old who is mocked by almost everyone he's come into contact with. Apparently that's too much for Papa Gut to handle. Is some 19-year-old who is considered the butt of a joke by every community he's been part of. So it's too scary for Papa Gut to the point where his voice was quivering and he was having to desperately try and catch his breath while people were asking him to debate Aiden. So we're going to take a look at that stream from today. And then, not just that, we're going to go back through some of Papa Gut's coverage, maybe some of Stardust's coverage, maybe even some other people's coverage. And we're going to start picking through some of the fucking insane shit some of these people have been saying, trying to sweep for Ethan, trying to sweep for Hassan, because it's past a fucking joke at this point. It's so crazy. Some of the shit these people say because they think they will never be criticized by anyone reasonable, because they think the only people that will ever say anything about them are denims and shit like that. They think they can get away with saying literally fucking anything, as we've just seen from that Mutahar video we were watching a moment ago, because they are so fucking dishonest. They will ride the wave. When there is a popular wave that is going in their favor, they will ride it and stack on as many fucking claims as they can. They will just endlessly boost up the claims, try and get Hassan on any dishonest point they can, try and disregard any wrongdoing Ethan's engaged in, any wrongdoing Cameron's engaged in. And it's fucking sickening. And these people are all tying their reputations to each other. So we're going to start going through this, because when one of these people starts really fucking sinking, the whole thing is going to start sinking. Ethan is signing on, allegedly, according to Cameron, to a lawsuit against Noah Sampson for calling Cameron F305 a pedophile. If this goes to court, if this gets off the ground in any meaningful way, not only is Cameron going to look fucking terrible, Ethan's going to sink with him. Anything Ethan's done is going to get dug back up, and they're all going to start fucking sinking. They are all going to start fucking sinking. And the absolute most dishonest, wretched cowards are going to start jumping ship. So before they do, we're going to start going through their coverage. Because the tide is going to turn. People are starting to realize that this is completely built on bullshit, and it's a massive house of cards. It's just waiting to fucking fall. And it's totally absurd. So without further ado, let's get into Papa Gut's stream from today, where he was behaving like the most cowardly, just... I can't even express how pathetic this guy was in this stream earlier.
Also, why are they Nick orbiters? Nobody gives a fuck, honestly. Nobody really cares. It's a bunch of... This is the problem, bro. Is that, like, if you can be as mad as you want with me over this camera take, like, your best argument is that fucking weird freak fuck Diesel FPS fucked this up so bad that he let...
So, I agree. I don't like Diesel. Diesel's a retard, okay? But the reason Papa Gut's getting so anal about Diesel was because Diesel called him a retard on the stream the other night. Because Papa Gut engaged in some of the most blatantly lazy, dishonest coverage I have seen on YouTube. It's despicable how fucking lazy and stupid this guy is.
A fucking dangerous predator
level.
Loose. Let him go free. Because I watched that guy's video, and it was him literally saying that the girl lied, and then saying that she is a psychopath, and that she groomed pedophiles, by the way. That's what he says in his video. Like, I'm not even kidding. He, like, has a statement where he says where she grooms pedophiles. Fucking...
He didn't... I don't think he actually... She grooms pedophiles. I don't think he said that.
Idiot. The guy's a moron. And then Cameron shows stuff where she said she lied. And so, like, now what? You want me to do 7 hours of research? Because this FPS Diesel guy is so...
Yeah, she has... So, when he says, Cameron has shown evidence that she says she lied, it is a isolated audio clip where she says, yeah, I've lied. I lied. But it doesn't say what specific claim it's about at all.
So inept that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, he just is so fucking inept. He has no idea how to report on stuff. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Oh, but you got to look into it because he lied. Okay, so this guy got falsely accused of being a rapist, and then he made up lies afterwards to try to prove himself true because there was a bunch of weird terminally online freaks trying to go after him.
Dude, like,
what do you want me to tell you?
See, it's like that there is so fucking low IQ. It's baffling that someone would say that on a stream. They would just go and say that. What he has just said there is, I will explain away any lie this guy is told. The story can never become inconsistent to me because he was being falsely accused. I know it to be a false accusation, so the lies are fine. It's such a stupid form of thinking to lay out explicitly on your stream. Anyone with any fucking sense who's watching here would just sit there and go, dude, you've just said you're not, like, no evidence will change your position. That's all you've just said there, is that evidence won't change your position, no matter how much he's lied about this. No matter how much that evidence is misportrayed, you won't change your view. That's all you're laying out there. You're just saying you're compromised.
What do you want me to tell you? Wrong what? I'm not, listen, I'll show you.
Yeah, it's crazy that Papa Gut tries to play like he's the fucking normie guy when he's like this disgusting 40-year-old man who's got a room full of Funko Pops, no kids, and never leaves his computer. Just plays fucking Star Wars Goyslop games day in, day out. And you're the normal guy. Bro, get a fucking life. Have some kids. I mean, it's probably way past time now, but Jesus, man, it's fucking despicable.
Actually, here, I'll just show you where he said these things. Like, what do you want me to tell you, bro? Here, I got a couple of them. I was taking a look today, so I recorded them because I was like, oh, dude, like, I want to make sure I was correct, so I have them here. Here we go. We'll do the first one where he says she lies all the time and everything. Here we go.
Pretty sure he's early 30s. That's... He's early 30s. That's rough, man.
Moment passionate sex happens. And then, not but days later, Jelly accuses him of rape. Then she walks it back, and she lies some more, and lies, frankly, a lot.
Okay, cool. We got that, and then we got...
Whoa, guys. Look at this clip of Diesel saying someone lied. She's a liar. It's all lies. It's all made up. Because Diesel said in this one clip, she's a liar. How fucking dumb do you have to be to think this shows anything? Seriously, no. Let's stop saying dumb. It's dumb to try to use this, but it's dishonest, the thing he's doing here. All he's doing here, he knows there's no evidence here. It's dumb to think you'll get away with it, but he knows there's no evidence here. He knows it's just Diesel saying something. And he is trying to force it through. He's saying, look, even this guy says it. Even this guy says it. Even this guy says it. Knowing he's proving nothing. It's just trying to use the weight of a commentary YouTuber saying it. Who gives a fuck what Diesel says, man? Who gives a fuck? Are you retarded?
Fucking...
Now, the reason I covered Jelly is because she played a role in everyone's story. She allegedly taught other minors to allegedly groom pedophiles, and frankly, the case...
What does that mean? How do you groom pedophiles? How do minors groom pedophiles?
Can you say allegedly groom pedophiles?
I'm so sorry that this is the fucking
but
idiot
he said
that
allegedly.
I watched, and like maybe Cameron is super guilty, but this is the guy. This is your fucking...
Well, wait. Then why are you trusting what... Wait, his whole thing... Okay. So his whole thing is Diesel is a retard, and I watched his video where he said Cameron's innocent, so I believe it. What? Diesel's a retard. I watched this retard's video where he says Cameron's innocent, so I believe Cameron's innocent. Huh? Huh? What? What is this? What? Dave Shortnoy is like 4'11" and gets on his twinkle toes for every photo. Dude, why are you sending me this? Dude, okay.
This is your guy. He put together the research, and then he did a horrible dog shit fucking video where he said she lies, and then he says she grooms pedophiles, allegedly grooms pedophiles. Like, what the fuck, dude? What do you want me to do? What do you... It goes deeper? I don't care. How much deeper does it go? Hey, guys, it goes really deep. Fuck, it goes deep. What does this mean? Why was his video so terrible?
Bro, you just said that he says that you can groom pedophiles. Papa Gut thinks that Diesel is saying in this video that Jelly groomed pedophiles. And he's like, how is this video so terrible? Bro, you think he's saying that an underage girl groomed a pedophile? What do you mean? Yeah, the video is fucking terrible, retard.
I don't care if he saw my live stream and he said this. Who gives a fuck? Why the fuck do I care? What does this mean? What do you want me to tell you? I see, we see what these people say.
Like, what is he not getting?
No, wait, we fucked up like 80 times. You have to watch this more deeply. What do we got here?
We fucked up? What, do you think Diesel's talking to him right now? Diesel ain't in chat, little bro.
Cameron...
Okay, hold on. Let me get myself off the fucking screen. I don't even know why I'm doing this on stream. This is so stupid. What is this?
Makes a content cop on... If Cameron makes a content cop on, I guess, the people kind of criticizing him for this currently, he's going to have to come up with his own original opinions. Because he's not going to be able to crib anything else. Because no one who supports him has actually looked into it. The only person who seems to be supporting him now is Papa Gut. Papa Gut hasn't looked into it at all.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot.
No, I haven't looked into it at all.
Yeah, can we get an I need an anti-Dickers filter for the stream. It just removes
God
Dickers
damn,
from
this
everything.
stupid shit. I get like harassed by all these 2-follower Andys being like, oh, well, Papa Gus said da-da-da-da-da. Come on, fuck off. React Andy does nothing but sit down his fat ass.
This guy literally
Facts.
tried sending me a core video to something he wanted me to react to. Like, okay, what are you talking about? I did a reaction to something. I forget what it was. It might have been a Jake Doolittle video. And I found someone else doing it. So I like kind of cut it up to try to get that guy's commentary out. And he's like, you could have just asked me for the full thing. Okay. Okay, man, like react Andy until I disagree with you. Like, that's totally chill.
Wait. What? React Andy until I disagree with you? That's totally chill. What does that even mean, first of all, you fucking numbskull? Second of all, yeah, he might send you resources for if you're doing coverage of something. That doesn't mean if you come to a stupid conclusion, he's not going to say, whoa, this guy's retarded. whoa, like, I just watched through this guy's coverage, and he sounds like a fucking retard here. Actually, totally reasonable for people to come to that conclusion after watching you cover something, Papa Gut.
I feel like it probably is upon him to at least watch the coverage offline. Maybe kind of like speak to you if he's
Hey,
got some
Queenman,
issues.
Papa Gut really doesn't like it when people use the R slur. Great to know.
Dude's video. What do you want me to watch?
Because you've tried to reach out to him, right?
No.
So like there were prior things where he had like reacted and covered stuff to me, and I was like,
To me?
all right, you know, like I would tell him in a chat, I'm like, you can always reach out to me, blah blah blah. I'm
See, there you go. React Andy, but you can always reach out to me if you want the core video. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
always available, blah blah blah. Right? So it was like
Okay, so the answer is no, he didn't reach out to me. And if he did, I would ignore him. Why the fuck would I talk to this guy?
he knew who I was. There was
Dude,
plenty
he's
of
like
you.
so
of
just...
communication there, but
No, there was no.
It's like so
communication.
embarrassed.
Like, this is like a
It's
weird
just
insinuation.
embarrassed.
Listen, from the start of me ever looking at this guy, I could tell that there was something weird about it. This is the reason why I don't talk to these people. Because so many of them are weird fucking freaks. This guy
Unlike Papa Gut, the 300-pound man, 40 years old, sitting in a room full of Funko Pops, getting sent fucking Teddy Fresh merch, showing his disgusting fucking beer gut, jiggling around, doing the truffle shuffle while he changes tops. Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of it from these people. The most wretched losers online are saying other people are weird. The most... No fascist language, okay? Let's veer away from that. But the most off-kilter, we don't want these people in society, remove yourself, tier individuals. Like, shouldn't be afforded the same rights and privileges as me. Shouldn't be considered, you know, in the same class. These types of people are out here telling you to touch grass. Fuse to his chair. He's telling you to touch grass.
Off of this Yandere Dev thing, and then he's just trying to keep it going. So it's like, now it's Cameron. Hey guys, Cameron. You know when Cameron was 14, he started talking to this Yandere Dev guy? By the way, Yandere Dev grooms children, but he couldn't possibly have had a negative impact on Cameron to make him kind of like stupid for a while. Cameron got older. By the way, he didn't actually rip that girl, but I said he did, but I didn't, but he did. She didn't, though. She's a liar. She's also a psychopath, by the way, right? Like, she's crazy. That's what he says. That's what he says to her. She's crazy.
This minor lying to everybody and being really good at it.
She's a really good liar.
There was just no way that I could tell this story without saying that, yes, there is this person named Jelly, and she did these things, and she's probably fucking crazy.
Oh my god, this is the person I have to take credibility for? What is this? What do you want me to do with this
like,
information?
He's not even, it's so retarded. It's so retarded. Here's a video of Diesel saying she's crazy. What, you expect me to believe anything she says ever now? Why don't you, like, take a moment to, like, look into some of the evidence? Maybe the video of Cameron being physically abusive. Maybe the numerous recordings of arguments where Cameron is haranguing and pestering people around his house, trying to hold things over their head. Maybe the fake legal notices that he sent to his roommate to try and coerce her into signing stuff. Maybe we could go down the list of all the evidence of insane shit Cameron's engaged in with these two women, or one girl at the time, I guess, woman and the girl. We can go through the endless list, endless hours of coverage. But Papa Gut says, unless you can put in a single chat message the narrative of how Cameron has obfuscated and lied about the details of these allegations, unless you can put that in a single chat message, he can't hear it. He can't hear it. That's the standard he's about to set for us.
Here's
Because Diesel said she's crazy. I can't do any research because Diesel said she's crazy. You don't understand, guys.
Say, go into public and explain this whole situation to another person, and when they laugh at you, understand that's my reaction to this. This shit is terminally online.
It's terminally. It's so terminally online. He says, fused to his fucking chair. Fused to his fucking chair. This is so terminally online. Guy that covers every fucking scrap of Ethan drama. This is so terminally online. Guy that can't leave, that orders DoorDash every fucking day because he doesn't want to get up from his computer to miss a single second of Ethan Klein making absurd lawsuit threats or retarded DMCAs against stupid fucking Redditors. Because you can't look away from it for a second. Ordering DoorDash every day. He is telling you are terminally online for being interested in a topic or telling him he got something wrong. You can't make it up. You really can't make it up. See that having, like, God deliver onto him gifts, feeling like he's been given like fucking gold and incense and all this shit, when he sent Teddy Fresh merch. When he sent Teddy Fresh merch, him and his wife are finally graced with Teddy Fresh merch for their valiant efforts fighting anti-Semitism online in 2025. And he's telling you are terminally online because you have told Papa Gut that he is wrong about a story he covered. A story he covered, by the way. A story he was terminally online enough to be interested in. But you've told him he's wrong, so you are terminally online. He's such a fucking dishonest idiot. So low IQ in the way he's dishonest. And yet he sits here and will concern, troll, and virtue signal about, oh, I'm totally online. Why do you care about what teenagers are doing? You fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron, Papa Gut.
You guys are fucking weird. You guys are obsessed with this kid that was 14 when he started interacting with some weird fucking groomer. He didn't get sexually groomed, but I don't know the fucking weird impact. So Cameron didn't act perfectly as a child. And then he
was 19.
Older and he got his shit together. Okay, sorry, man. Like, who gives a fuck about this? This is so stupid. But he lied. Yeah, well, he got false rape accusations against him.
It was not, dude. See, and he's back into it again, dude. You don't even know what the lies are. The lies are material. They are material to allegations. You cannot just go, oh, well, he got allegations against him. You don't know that they're false. You don't know that they're false. How could you possibly know that they're false from the 3 audio clips you've heard Cameron play for you? How could you possibly know that they're false from 3 audio clips? No matter how damning those audio clips are, you know that they're false to the point where any contrary evidence can simply be reincorporated into your existing narrative. That's what he's arguing right now. He knows, he is so sure that they are false. The evidence that they are false is so compelling that any future evidence that something wrong happened can simply be reincorporated into the narrative that he's innocent. Because he was lying to protect himself from false allegations.
Maybe he felt cornered. What? What? Like, I don't know. Yeah, this guy had, like, career-ending...
If you don't know, maybe you should look into it.
False rape accusations against him. And then he lied about stuff. Oh, okay. How much deeper do I need to look? I watched your whole fucking video, and you were the one who told me this information. Is there critical stuff? Why am I getting the blame? I watched this FPS dude's video. It sucks dick. It says that he didn't rape this girl. It calls her fucking crazy. It calls a 16-year-old girl a groomer of pedophiles, and then I'm supposed to... Then Cameron shows where she admitted she lied after this FPS Diesel guy who made a hit piece against Cameron said that she's a liar, and like now I'm the idiot because I won't watch 7 4-hour-long live streams about the nuance and depth of how he lied
to talk to Aiden
about what his stay at Burger King. What do you want me to do? This is your fuck up. Like, you're the one who fucked up. Like, your coverage sucked fucking cock. You're shit. And instead of making a follow-up, you're like, oh, Papa Gut reacts to my video and he just extrapolated my information correctly. What a fucking idiot.
He won't talk to Aiden. He won't talk to
Yeah, he knows of me.
No
barely.
Shot. Absolutely no shot.
Barely, dude. What are you talking about? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, just totally
I don't fucking know.
Incorrect.
You're so like, dude, you're upset.
The confidence shakes.
Go make a better video about this guy being a fucking predator.
Wait.
If he's a fucking predator. In your own video, you talk about how you don't want to drop the fact that Cameron told you that he was probably raped or something when he was a kid. Like, you're fucking sitting here like, I'm not going to release sensitive information. But the two trauma bonded. Okay. Dude, convoluted mess. Everybody chirping on Twitter. They're not real people. They're just fucking terminally online kids that went through COVID and never matured. I don't care.
Dude, it's so crazy. Everyone on Twitter is just a terminally online kid, he says, having probably not left his fucking apartment all week. Fused to his fucking chair, surrounded by the Marvel Funko Pops. His wife cooking up another set of fucking sliders in the kitchen right now. The third plate of sliders today that he's gonna fucking wolf down to keep himself going for his 3-hour-long live stream.
What do you want me to do, dude? This is on you. You're just a fat React Andy. Yes. And I react to other people's stuff. And if the thing you put out is dog shit and I'm reacting to it, that's on you, bud. You're the problem. Make a better video or take your video down. Why'd you leave it up? It sucked.
Dude.
Your video sucked. You admitted that the girl lied. No way. I take it back now. You said it in your... Make a new video. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to do? Watch.
So, one commentary video said this, so I can never change my opinion. The only way I form my opinions is by watching YouTube commentary videos. So if your YouTube commentary video wasn't good, I need someone else to make a YouTube commentary video, because that's the only format in which I can consume information.
Watch this live stream with this 1,000 view person. He's got 1,000 followers. Watch his 7-hour-long live stream. Oh,
dude.
That's definitely not going
to talk to Aiden. Just talk to Aiden. It's that easy.
I'm not doing that at all.
Just talk to Aiden. Very easy.
It doesn't matter. Okay, it's convoluted, and it's convoluted for a reason. It's because you made a platform off of this Yandere dev guy, and you have nothing else to talk about. So instead of shifting your content strategy and doing something better, or trying to get clips out and promote your channel, you're trying to elongate something with some fucking kid so that you can, like, turn it into something, because you have nothing going on for yourself.
Dude, it's such...
You're scared.
He's got no idea what the evidence is. He's got no idea what the evidence is. And he's just, like, completely writing off as people wanting to talk about Yandere dev. Bro, what are you smoking? And this is going to be hilarious, by the way, when we watch some of his Ethan coverage.
Off, dude. And you don't shift your fucking strategy. Oh, he's a React Dandy. I was really trying to send him a video. I would have sent it to him. You are okay with reaction people. Until you want to cry about it. So, okay, Cameron probably lied about stuff. Did he rape a girl, or did he lie about stuff afterwards?
Dude.
Did he lie about stuff because people were falsely accusing him of being a rapist, and then he was, like, getting afraid because he knew it was fake, which you even confirmed, so he got, like, freaked out, and he's like, oh, shit, and then he started faking.
How could Diesel possibly confirm that it was fake? Was Diesel in the room? Did Diesel have a camera? How could Diesel confirm it was fake? How would that work?
I don't care. Like, why the fuck do I care? Like, what do you want me to do? What's your and like you suck anyway. Your commentary's fucking shit. Like this guy's commentary is dog shit.
That's
it's
a
the
Rich.
same
Oh
old
boy.
2020 nonsense.
Oh boy.
I'm so fucking tired of the people who come on here and they get so virtue signally.
Oh boy.
Preachy.
What? This is a great little statement, isn't it?
It's like, oh,
their commentary sucks. Surely we will not very shortly be going into some of the most dog shit, atrocious commentary I've ever seen from a YouTuber. From this exact same guy.
And she was a grooming victim. And you're like, chill out. Like, you're overloading. You admit he's not a rapist. You say that he has some kind of trauma going on. They hang out, 19 and 16. I don't care about that. I don't care about 19 and 16. I don't.
No one's
I really
talking
don't.
about the age
Especially
gap.
nowadays when every
one's
19-year-old is still living with mom and dad because they're fucking, like, they can't go out and get a
Literally
job. They're
no
basically
one.
fucking children. I don't
Literally
give a shit. 19
no
and 16
one.
is a 3-year gap.
That's not why 19-year-olds
maturity
live with their
difference. I'm
parents.
35. I'm not fucking 15. I don't care about other 15 and 16-year-olds that talk about how horribly predatory it is. Okay? These are the same people that think getting a job is fucking oppression. Like, what do you want me to tell you? 19 and 16-year-old have a confusing relation. I don't think they have sex. I think that they just, like, touch wieners.
Cameron claims otherwise.
It's so fucking trivial. It's high school shit. It's high school shit. A false allegation comes out of it. And then you're like 30 trying to push it like this guy's a dangerous fucking predator.
How do you know it's false?
What else
How do you know it's false?
I'll give you a topic to talk
How do you know
about,
it's false?
Obviously, you have nothing better to talk about because you haven't made a video since going after this guy.
Dude.
Here, I'm not even kidding. Here's my best advice to you. Instead of having a fucking meltdown about this fucking kid to elongate this shit and make shit-ass fucking
just
videos.
Crash out here.
Go look into Zoe Laverne. This fucking, like, you want to go cancel somebody. When she was 19, she fucking raped a 13-year-old little boy.
Okay.
He fucking comes out with it.
Right now,
I have a video on it.
Okay.
I'll give you can just go look at it. I put the sources in all my shit.
Yeah, we're talking about something different right now.
He shows proof. He shows a video of her of humping him.
Oh wow, you're saying this guy did something wrong? Well, don't you know that someone else raped a kid one time?
Top of her there's tweets about it. I'll go find the tweets. You want to reach out to me on Discord or something? I will show you the tweet so you can see it because I didn't put it in my fucking video. I'd get banned. I'll show you the tweet of her fucking straddling this guy. This is an actual concerning thing. You want to sit here and go, oh, look, the fucking 19-year-old that comes on and I even admit isn't a rapist. I want to go after him really hard because I got to elongate my Yandere dev bullshit. Go after somebody more productive. You want to go do some fucking big old hit piece? You want to fucking protect children? Or why don't you actually do something productive?
What's aboutism? The only what this guy knows is what a burger. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Go after this fucking person. Go talk about her. She's just some nasty shit. I watched the whole fucking thing. It's crazy. It's pretty, you know, lock and key case here. She's sitting here blowing vape smoke into his mouth when he's 13. I don't even think I show that. This is the video. I don't show the video. I will find the Twitter post for you.
Okay, dude.
I will find the Twitter post for you. Or you could just look right here. You could type in all these letters and numbers. She's sitting there at 19. This looks like a fucking 4-year-old, by the way. 13 years old here.
Okay.
Blowing vape smoke into his mouth.
Guys,
sitting here making jokes.
Guys, there's this other child rapist. Guys, don't you know?
Twerking on fucking videos of him. I don't think I showed that either. Again,
like, totally
I got the core stuff for you, brother. I'll go find it. I could probably find it right now, dude. Look at this. Here, I don't even have to. Don't even reach out to me.
We don't care. Literally, no one cares.
This is vape smoke.
Literally, no one cares about your pet child rape.
You want to know why you're not fucking popular anymore? Do we just fuck about you? It's because you sit here and you do safe, gay internet.
Dude, listen to it. Listen to how he starts gasping for breath midway through this. He spends like the entire rest of this crash out literally grasping for breath. His cardio is so bad, live streaming is taking him to the brink. Live streaming is stretching Papa Gut's cardio to its fucking limits.
Stop like just sitting in your like little safe bubble. Like, I can only talk about this. Go do something productive. You want to know why you're not fucking popular anymore? Do we just fuck about you? It's because you sit here and you do safe.
We should have to pay for top tier comedy like that.
Thank you for the £5, Simstar.
Gay internet drama all day. Go do something else. Go look at other commentary people and see what they're talking about and go like, oh, maybe this is something I can cover. Maybe I could shift my content strategy. Maybe I could actually be interesting and like somebody that people want to watch instead of being eternally online 2020 like 30-year-old person that sits here overly fucking validates dumb bullshit and then cries when their video sucks. And then other people watch it and get their information from it and go, no. Watch a 5-hour-long live stream about something that is going to give you 1% context that will change almost nothing. That's what you need to do. Go do, like, Jesus Christ. You're sitting here fucking bitching about me on these, like, old little small commentary streamers. Oh, fuck, I gotta go. Yeah, Papa God, he's a fat React Andy. By the way, I try to send him videos to react to. That's crazy, bro. You wanted to be my friend, and I didn't give you the time of day. Now you're upset that I criticized you.
Diesel's mad that Papa Gut's not his friend. For sure. All right, man.
Dog shit video. Like, it sucked balls. Your video sucked. I don't know what to tell you. And you know what? If this kid's a fucking predator, he got away because of you.
Okay, now that I agree with.
You're the reason he
got away.
Now that
I agree with.
You would be the new predator poachers. You let him get away. Because your coverage was so fucking terrible that he gets to go away scot-free, and nobody will trust you.
Now one Papa Gut win.
Maybe it would have been better if you didn't cast a tremendous amount of doubt on the fucking, supposed victim of him raping her. It's crazy that I'm defending a child rape.
But the reason these coverage sucks is because there's retards like Papa Gut who are totally incapable of independent thought or research. So they accept the first thing they hear in a commentary YouTube video as gospel.
About so many XM or child rape case details off rip. Definitely not.
Thank you, Tetris Chemist. Thank you. You'd appreciate.
You should. I can't even say anything. How is he a rapist of a child? A 19-year-old? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm talking about. You guys are 15. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What are you talking about? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, 19-year-olds can't
listen,
rape.
guys, you can shake your head all you want. You're probably 15. 2 years from now, you're going to get older and go, oh, fuck, this Papa Gut guy is actually kind of right about this.
Dude, this guy is such a fat.
You feel stupid. You're going to double down. You're going to triple
He's
down. You're going to realize how fucking dumb you are once all this is over. And
it's so crazy to talk with this much ego when you are such a pathetic specimen. Truly. Who the fuck ever wants to end up like this disgusting, boring idiot when they're 40 fucking years old? Who the fuck wants to end up a despicable, boring, disgusting retard online all day, every day, no kids? We won't even start about the wife, alright? Mutahar brings his wife into drama. I haven't seen Papa Gut's wife in drama, alright? But listen. I'm just saying, this is not a good life. It ain't a good life. It ain't where I'm gonna end up at 40, okay? I don't know anyone else in chat. I'm not planning to end up here. Don't know about anyone else.
Care. I'm gonna move forward. Okay. And then
I don't believe this is a 34-year-old. I don't believe Papa Got is 34. He has to be at least 37. He looks older than Chud. He looks older than Chud. He's in worse shape as well.
In 50th video on FPS's Diesel's channel about the fucking, you know, Yandere dev, the weird, cringy fucking threat to children. But this time it's going to be about Cameron, because got to talk about something. I'm sorry.
Creamer's got a rope before that. Like, unironically, living hard, roping at 30, 100% preferable.
I don't like... I don't
Easily
like
preferable.
Diesel, but you should talk to Aiden Underground. Who's that? Aiden Underground? What is he going to tell me? Aiden Underground? Okay. What is he going to tell me? Give me a synopsis about a little quick thing of what he's going to tell me. I don't consider it. Like, what is he going to say? Hey, Cameron, like, is he going to tell me that she didn't admit that she lied?
So, wait.
Underground? What is he going to... I'm sorry.
So he's totally out of breath by this point.
I don't like Diesel, but you should talk to Aiden Underground. Who's that? Aiden Underground? What is he going to tell me? Aiden Underground? Okay. What is he going to tell me? Give me a synopsis about a little quick thing of what he's going to tell me. I don't consider it. Like, what is he going to say? Hey, Cameron, like, is he going to tell me that she didn't admit that she lied?
So at this point, I put in chat, could you show me the clip where Jelly admits that she lied about the SA allegations? Because obviously, there are several audio clips, but at no point does she actually specifically say she lied about the SA allegations in those audio clips. She says she told lies. She said stuff came from a manic episode. But I don't believe at any point she ever actually says, yes, I lied about the sexual assault allegations I made against Cameron. At no point is something that explicit said. There are little bits, and as we know, Cameron has edited and chopped shit up like crazy. So the idea that you're just going to take one clip of someone saying, oh yeah, I've lied about stuff, and then you use that to discredit a whole allegation is just like, so you have to be next level stupid. Why do you think a video would only show you a 3-second voice clip, Papa Gut? Why do you think it would do that in a video? Why do you think someone would do that? Do you think it might be because the whole clip isn't quite as convincing? If you listen to more of it, it's just not quite as convincing. Do you think it might be possible, Papa Gut? It doesn't actually relate to the claim it's being used to support, perhaps? There could be that. Or do you just watch every video with absolutely zero critical thought? Of course, he does. He does watch every video with zero critical thought. He has a narrative already in mind, and he sits there playing Jedi Star Wars fucking Jedi Survivor or whatever the fuck on his fat fucking ass fused to his chair like a gormless fucking retard, playing his fucking Goystop games day in, day out, paying zero attention to the content he's watching. Because that's his streams. Because he's a fucking waste. Absolute fucking worthless waste.
What am I going to talk to him about? Honestly, like, is she going to be like, yeah, actually, she didn't admit she lied, and FPS Diesel didn't say that she lied, and what's going to happen? Why did I go talk to any of the people? For what reason? With, like, you want me to talk to a bunch of people about what? I watched this guy's video. What's to talk about? What's the information? Give me a little rundown. You guys keep saying I won't talk to anybody. Give me a rundown.
Put it in one chat message, otherwise I'm not talking to anyone about this. No, how about you debate it, retard? How about you get on a live stream and debate it? I'm sick of these pussies, man. I'm sick of these fucking pussies. Get on a live stream and defend your take. How often do... I don't want to do this fucking gay shit, but how often do I do this? How often does Aiden do this? How often does J-Stuck do this? Anyone that's got a fucking complaint about any of the takes of the people that I tend to hang around with seem to be perfectly willing to have people on stream, talk to other content creators, argue it down. And then all these useless, incurious, low IQ, fucking zero entertainment value shill fucks like Papa Gut and Star Dirt just hide away like rats. Like actual fucking rats. They hide away in their fucking shit Discord, in their fucking shit live stream, where no one intelligent goes, where no one fucking capable is watching, so that they could just sit there and say the dumbest shit unchallenged endlessly. Day in, day out. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking embarrassing.
down. Hey guys, you know, Aiden has this information. It might be worth talking to him. Just give me a quick rundown. It was taken out of context by Cameron. That's fucking crazy. That's so fucking crazy.
It's just banter.
Hold on a
Guys.
second.
It's just banter. It's just banter. Okay.
So this heat of the moment, passionate sex happens.
This is crazy.
We love
And
Papa
then,
Gut, don't we,
days
folks?
later,
No, we don't. We
Jelly
fucking hate Papa
accuses
Gut.
him of rape.
Oh,
This
then
guy
she
sucks.
He's a
walks it
rapist.
back,
Wait.
and she lies
Wait,
some more.
he's not a
See, look,
rapist.
this is Ivan Chad.
It was taken out of context by Cameron. That's fucking crazy. That's so fucking crazy. Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
So this heat of the moment, passionate sex happens.
This is crazy.
And then, not but days later, Jelly accuses him of rape.
Oh,
then
fuck,
she
he's a
walks it
rapist.
back,
Wait.
and she lies
Wait,
some more.
he's not a rapist. He
and
lies.
lies, frankly, a lot.
Oh, fuck. She
Guys, it's
lied a lot.
proven.
This
It's
is where I
proven.
get my...
Look, I played this 10-second clip of Diesel. Now you can't question me ever again. I can't be questioned or challenged on this topic because I played a 10-second clip from a 45-minute video. Dude, this guy's like next fucking level thinking, isn't he? Is it all of his hair must have fell out because his brain was just working so hard and it overheated the hair follicles. That's probably why he's bald, right? Because the brain just worked so fucking hard it pushed the hair out.
information from. I'm not getting it independently from Cameron. Is this your argument that this guy is so inept that he let a supposed predator get away? But
yes,
having
Diesel's
shit
inept.
coverage that he never pulled back?
Yes. You think that's
This
impossible?
is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about.
Whoa, no way. A popular commentary YouTube video was bad and didn't evaluate the evidence very well? What the?
Your best argument is that this guy sucks.
That's not an argument for why the allegations have weight to them. It's just saying you're wrong because you believe this video and this video is also wrong. He's so dumb. How can you be this fucking stupid?
That's your best argument. Yes, Diesel said, there you go. That's what it boils down to. I'm so sorry. The guy who made the Cameron hit piece said that that it was fake. Cameron showed information saying it's fake. So what else is there that I need to take a look at? I mean, it's one more time. You give me a little brief synopsis. I'll give you like a minute. And then I'm moving on. And I'm never going to talk
You should talk to Aiden. Say, listen.
about this shit.
I'm never going to talk about this shit.
This is...
He's shutting down. If it's just shutting down, I'm never talking about this shit. Because he's pressed. Because now he's pressed. Watch him either never bring this up again or just like quietly start stepping off of it. Stop commentating on it too much. Get on a stream with Aiden, you fucking pussy. How scared are you of some babyface fucking 19-year-old who is the butt of a joke of every community he's in? And you're fucking quivering. Your voice was shaking in parts of this stream.
This is what I'm talking about. This is it. This is your best bet. He's caught as many press as Max. 2 Ps. I don't know what the fuck that means, but thank you for the $2. Rehans, I appreciate that. So what do we got here? What's a brief synopsis?
Thank you,
here?
Guella. Thank you.
I'm waiting for it. Okay.
Huge appreciate it. Thank you, Guella.
I think at the end of the day, because I'm going to obviously just go back to this video because this is getting boring. At the end of the day, there is some kind of convoluted explanation that you guys have that you know doesn't sound good unless I go through a 3-hour-long conversation. I'm not doing that. It's obvious that this is like a lot of bullshit.
Oh my god, it's obvious that it's bullshit. I haven't looked into it,
I've
but
asked
it's
like 4
obvious
times
it's
for
bullshit.
some a little bit like of a little
amazing.
synopsis.
It's
You guys
so
are
good.
having a meltdown in the chat now. You guys won't tell me. You won't give me anything. Talk to this guy.
Is
What
this
he gonna tell me
is this
about? I'm
fucking
not gonna
idiot
tell
live
you. I'm
right
just gonna
now?
get upset with you.
No
Okay.
way.
So obviously, you guys are trolling, and that's it. Man. I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna go
God.
back to the video that I was reacting to. We're just gonna go back to it because that's all we got.
So apparently he talks about it with a fan
That's all
later
we
in the
could really
stream.
do. Because at the end of the day, you guys got nothing.
No, don't stand back, stand by. Don't do anything with this fucking stream. Don't be retarded.
You guys don't have anything for me. You could have just told me. You could have just been like, yo, Papa Gut, here's a quick little rundown. Nothing, man. There's nothing. All right, man. Unfortunate, brothers. Unfortunate. I gave you an opportunity to give me a little synopsis so that I would potentially have a chat with you, but it seems like you guys know that you can't. It seems like you guys, you can't really defend this take. So
You can't defend this take when you can literally, you can very easily go, just start looking. You can just start looking at some of the absolutely insane shit this guy has done. So, for instance, when he accused his ex-housemate, who accused him of abuse, of having a violent history, despite it saying black male on this, and her being a white female, except he censored the part that said black male in his video, and used it to accuse her of a violent past to excuse his own proven, to some extent, abuse. Such as the video, where right here, we can see, if we just pull this video up, this guy being weird as fuck. Where he comes in,
Oh God.
puts his arm around her neck,
I'm gonna destroy her.
What? What the fuck?
then grabs her by the fucking throat. She pushes him off. And he starts digging his fucking chin into her head, gritting his teeth. Like you can see, and she's trying to push him slightly off.
Do you guys have
Her head's
questions?
moving around because he's causing her pain on the top of her head. Because he's a freak who is trying to cause her pain. There's also obviously the audio recording where he admits to key parts of the allegation. There's the Dickers location logs that he has been sent that show the distance from her house and the whole story about how she had to be dropped off at her grandma's. We've got all these proven contradictions in his story about the abuse allegations and his story about the sexual assault allegations. Not lies he told after to get out of it, but things he's saying about his story. Things in the initial story that are untrue, or that have been proven false, or whatever, or that he's contradicted. Time and time again. We can go through these. You can go back through all the way videos where we go through the calls, where we go through everything, where we go through the Crexer documents. So much shit you could go through to figure out, oh, wait, there's actually way more smoke here than I realized. Obviously, we can't prove most of it either way. Obviously, you're never going to prove most of it either way in any allegation case like this. But there is enough that is proven to where you should have a far different outlook on it than, this is just a 1916 age gap. I'm just, like, not terminally online, so I don't care. No, you actually should probably be looking at the fact that this guy repeatedly lied about abuse and assault allegations against him and tried to cover it up when you're planning on propping it up as being a huge new YouTuber. Actually, yeah. Papa Got was created from the fat sucked out of Boogie after his fat removal surgery. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Wait.
So as he talked to a fan later. Is that what I'm hearing?
Terminally online freak, no?
Very messed up, bro.
Things
Guys, you know that we have to be these here. Okay, don't say.
dive into it there.
He's watching dog shit Rob's Media videos. Jesus Christ. 40-year-old man watching Rob's Media.
Boundaries
I
on
can't
his
think of
content.
much more fucking embarrassing than that, to be honest. So, let's go on to his channel. And we're gonna watch this stupid motherfucker's video. Hassan Parker deserved a permanent
The
ban.
reason why people are like saying this is a psyop.
So
is
let's
for
watch some of this stupid motherfucker's video and hear what you're saying about this.
So I'm just curious what.
Preliminary, Hassan bad guys, okay? I am personal friends with Hassan, okay? We have each other's number and we talk very often, but I still have my criticisms of him, okay? So Hassan bad guys, just remember that. Let's get into this slide.
It's funny, I saw a clip from XQC talking about how back in the day, at least, they would like reach out to you, the big creators, before they got banned, to try to like coordinate it with you so you wouldn't necessarily lose anything. So apparently, he was banned. You know, he may have been banned when he was already going to take like a scheduled day off, right? Here's the context of why he got banned. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, this makes sense why he would get banned. Let's watch that first and then see what he has to say about his. A little bit, just you know, it's a little jarring watching him stare right at me. But let's watch this first.
I thought this is an adventurist who thought that he would get like Luigi Mangione level prominence off of it.
Oh yeah, and it's about the shooter, the person who shot the Jewish museum.
So there's no reason to believe that this clip is why he got banned, by the way. He was banned for improper handling of terrorist materials or whatever. Which means it's probably more about the manifesto or the way he read it.
Shots that killed 2 Jewish people.
This or something, or just a dude who thought that this was the best possible thing to do. But like I'm not Mr.
Obviously
False Flag at all.
wasn't.
But like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so crazy that it's like you could not have designed a incident like this.
Yeah, so this is.
So we've been over this clip like 6 fucking times on this stream at least, and many times on JStooks as well. To anyone who is above 90 IQ, it's blatantly apparent that Hassan is not claiming that this is a false flag. In fact, that's the exact opposite of what Hassan is claiming. But well, let's keep watching.
What I would consider like a dog whistle to say it was a false flag.
So, okay. So when Hassan says, it looks like the perfect false flag, but I'm convinced it's not, what he's actually doing there is he's saying it is a false flag. That's what Papa Gut believes. When someone says, that while this would be a very advantageous event to happen for the pro-Israel side to spin, I don't think it's a false flag. I think this was genuinely done by someone who was pro-Palestine. Wow. Shocking levels of analysis here, truly.
I think that this suggests to a lot of people, and what Hassan is saying is that Israel basically hired somebody to shoot people so that it makes them look good. That's what a false flag is.
Yeah, when he says it's not that, he actually means it is
like that at all.
When he says totally seriously, flat tone, that's not what happened. He's actually saying the total opposite.
You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just one dude who is...
He's not saying that at all. Not saying that at all. I think this is one guy who is genuine in his actions. That's what Hassan's saying. I think it's one guy, not a team, not set up by Mossad, who is genuine in his actions, who believes the things that he wrote in that manifesto and did it for those reasons. Whether he's crazy or whether it's wrong or not, whatever you think of it, he did it for the reasons he laid out on his own. That's all that's being said here. It would be advantageous for Israel because they can spin Free Palestine as like a anti-Semitic slogan, a terroristic slogan, because it happened the day after the IDF was shooting at EU diplomats in the West Bank, meaning that the news stories immediately changed from being about EU diplomats in the West Bank being shot at to being about these Israeli embassy workers, because it's coming at a time where Israel's popularity is slipping with many Western nations, because it's coming at a time where the US government is very willing to censor anti-Semitism. Because of all these things that make it very advantageous to Israel to be able to use this politically, cynically, it may look like a false flag, but I'm convinced, Hassan, am convinced it isn't. That's what's very fucking clearly being said here. And it's a totally reasonable point to make. Totally reasonable.
And maybe
genuine his actions. That's tough, brother. That's a tough one.
You know, a little bit brain broken, okay? But it is crazy. This was legit the worst thing that happened in the movement. No, it's not.
Apparently, this guy was also a Twitch streamer. So isn't that crazy?
You guys need to stop doing that. That's another thing that I don't like.
And then he says he's a Twitch streamer. The guy was a Twitch streamer. No, Dan Saltman claimed that he'd found a Twitch account linked to the guy. But given we've heard nothing about that since, I'm guessing that there weren't any streams, and he certainly wasn't following Hassan.
Don't stop. Have some conviction. Have conviction. Assume that your fellow man is not like a brain-broken child. Okay? I ask you, does this change what Israel is doing on the ground in Gaza? Does this change the dynamic of what Israel is doing on the ground, which is an ethnic cleansing campaign? If the answer to that is no, then stop leaning into a nihilistic attitude. Stop leaning into a pessimistic attitude.
All right, so there's your reason why he got banned. Yeah, I mean, that's at least I think that's what it is. Sitting here talking about like how dog whistling that it was a false flag, dog whistling that Israel did this. I know he says, well, that's not actually what happened. There's no reason to even suggest that. He goes on in greater detail. We don't really need to see the specifics about it. But like, yeah, you can't sit here and like insinuate that Israel shot up the museum for.
Not at what point did Hassan insinuate that it was a false flag? He said literally the opposite. And he has said literally the opposite every time. At no point has he claimed this was a false flag. He said routinely it's not a false flag. I think this guy was genuine in his actions. I think he believed the things he was saying and he did it because of that. You're so fucking dense and so dishonest. This is what I mean. It's low IQ as fuck. He has a narrative. He boots upstream to say that narrative and the evidence doesn't matter. It's fucking pathetic.
For this. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's the insinuation. But anyway, let's go.
Hello.
Hi.
If you're watching this, that means I just got banned. As in, like a temporary 24-hour suspension.
Oh, no, not Hassan Parker.
And we're back together on this deep, up-close, and personal YouTube video. Welcome back to the Hasanabi channel on YouTube. Now, some of you are probably wondering, considering that there's a lot of back and forth going on online about why I got banned.
I think most of it's just kind of making fun of you for getting banned, and also frustration with the fact that you consistently like platform, terroristic individuals and run defense for, terrorist organizations. I mean, it doesn't really...
Platform terroristic individuals. Again, you can criticize Hassan on the grounds that he thought he was bringing Houthi on, but he actually hasn't been proven to be a Houthi at all, has he? So let's maybe stop pretending that we know he platformed a terrorist, because we don't. We don't. It's just that simple. Now, I'll criticize Hassan for thinking he was doing it and bringing him on to give him a dick-sucking interview. Obviously, it's perfectly reasonable criticism. But let's stop trying to deliberately force through this narrative that it was a proven terrorist, because that's not proven remotely. And he's claimed otherwise the whole time. So dumb.
help your well, I guess maybe it helps you.
Once again. Well, you might have actually heard the truth. I got banned specifically because I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter,
Covered it, yeah.
which apparently
Yeah, also people seem to think there should be like, it's so fucking retarded to have like a broad view that you should never have a terrorist on a live stream either. Like, fuck that. That's such a gay fucking view. Such a gay fucking view. I understand Hassan's interview wasn't good. Like, it's not up to my standards, the interview Hassan did. But assuming he was a terrorist, obviously. The interview was fine, given he's not, as far as I can tell. But if you were to interview a terrorist, I think you would have to do it to a higher standard. But the idea that you shouldn't have them on ever is like so dumb and low IQ and anti-speech, anti-freedom. Just very embarrassing stuff. Again, just, dude, it is just like, first they came for the socialists, and I said nothing because I wasn't a socialist. It's just happening in real time, and it's just so funny that these people that claim to be like the free speech, you know, liberals, are willing to, that care about the getting the correct information, care about American values and all this shit. It's like, yeah, fuck free speech, and I'm not going to research anything. It's just like so gay. Like, you've completely abandoned everything. You completely abandon everything immediately.
according to Twitch terms of service, dictates a suspension, even if I critically examine.
Well, it says improper handling of terrorist propaganda. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you know what? Even if this is just more of a performance piece, you know, good for Twitch for actually doing something about this and reeling Hassan in and not, like, you know, not allowing.
Okay, your argument might be that it's TOS, but TOS isn't enforced against Hassan. That's not what people say, though, is it? There are like 5 people left who are still making the point that, and exclusively making the point that, oh, well, I just think the rules should be enforced fairly. Everyone else is on social media, virtue signaling, he platformed terrorists, he's an anti-Semite. Because they've completely lost the fucking plot. Idiots like Papa Gut.
Allowing him to say wild shit.
The manifesto, which is precisely what I did. The reason why I read this is specifically so that you understand that, like, there is a shit ton of people that are like, no, this is the shooter's actions were directly.
I don't think that that's what that is. I think it has more to do with the fact that you were like downplaying it, and you were like you were effectively insinuating it was a false flag.
About finding some Jewish victim to kill. Okay, it's deliberate. It's clear what his reasoning is. You don't have to agree with what he did, and I'm not urging you to. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. But it is deliberate.
So not urging you at all. Not remotely saying that you should agree with what he did. That's not what I'm saying. Reiterated multiple times there.
Yourself why the media is not saying that the shooter did this because they were distraught with the violence that they had seen unfolded in Gaza. And the reason why I had critically examined.
Wait, what? Well, that sounds like you're justifying it, though.
Urging you to, okay? I'm not saying that at all, but it is deliberate. Ask yourself.
Yeah, exactly. This form of the criticism is that he conducted the interview completely wrong with someone who he thought was a terrorist. I totally agree, and have always totally agreed with that form of the criticism. It's just that stopped being the criticism that was being made. They stopped making that criticism. Now it's just crying that he supports terrorists, crying that he brings terrorists on his platform. Proven terrorist, by the way. Ethan Klein claims it's 100% proven. It's not. Total fucking lie. So claims that it's a proven terrorist, that he brings proven terrorists on his platform, and that is material support for terrorism, and he should be arrested. That's how far they go with it now. So we're past that gay double standards point, or past some gay, you should do better interviews point. No, we're on the point now where it's, the thing you should care about is Hassan's free speech is being deliberately, dishonestly attacked. That is just what's happening. I'm sorry. People can hate it. People can hate that Hassan is the free speech guy now. But you have made him that way. You have made him that way.
Why the media is not saying that the shooter did this because they were distraught with the violence that they had seen unfolded in Gaza.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I mean, that leads into, hey, the actions were justifiable. And I don't even think that
so what was that?
They watched unfolded in Gaza. And the reason why I had critically examined.
Wait, what? Well, that sounds like you're justifying it, though.
Urging you to, okay? I'm not saying that at all, but it is deliberate. Ask yourself why the media is not saying that the shooter did this because they were distraught with the violence that they had seen unfolded in Gaza.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I mean, that leads into, hey, the actions were justifiable.
So how fucking stupid do you have to be to say this? Seriously. How absurd. If you say that this shooting did not occur because of anti-Semitism, but instead because the shooter was misguided, insane, you know, morally repugnant, whatever, but distraught at the actions in Gaza and didn't understand how to stop it, you're actually supporting the act. You're actually supporting the act. If you acknowledge the obvious reality that is laid out in his thought process through both his manifesto and the leaked WhatsApp messages, and the fact that he had a ticket to the event and tried to access and either got in and confirmed they were embassy workers, according to the ambassador, or, according to the people who ran the event, was denied entry following a background check. If you point out these obvious facts that seem to indicate that he was actually upset about the situation in Gaza, and regardless, crazy, and did the totally wrong thing, and shot innocent people, if you point out the fact that that was actually his motivation and not blind anti-Semitism, you're justifying and supporting it. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. And this is what I mean, man. I've said this a few times before. If you have if you're a spineless, wretched fucking shill bitch like Papa Gut, like many commentary YouTubers, and you have no guiding principle or spine, you will end up being an absolute fucking useful idiot for some of the worst shit going on. So right now, Papa Gut, because he's fucking spineless, because he's a worthless piece of shit, who all he can think about is, I don't like Hassan, probably because, frankly, let's be honest, he's more attractive, successful, less fat, etc., than Papa Gut. Because he fucking hates Hassan so much, and he's willing to say whatever he can to shut down Hassan, he is now willing to spread anti-free speech, anti-individual rights, pro-Israel, anti-American propaganda by forcing through a narrative of anti-Semitism in an exceedingly politically contentious environment and moment, by forcing through a message of anti-Semitism and saying that anyone saying the actual story is justifying the act. Not just saying, you're wrong to make the judgment that this isn't anti-Semitism, but saying the people referring to the actual evidence, by referring to the actual evidence and building a conclusion based on that, they are justifying the act. That is some of the most sickening anti-free speech bullshit that I have ever fucking heard. And it's so obvious how the argument goes. He is laying out the steps very clearly for why Hassan should be censored. And wait, as it goes on, and he starts talking about Hassan's responsibility, it is so clear that this guy has no fucking principle on this whatsoever.
And I don't even think that by itself is what did it. I think it's the fact that Hassan dog whistled that it was a false flag.
How?
That has more to do with
How?
it.
He said the total
the reason
opposite.
why I critically examined the manifesto of the Israeli embassy staff shooter was because there was a lot of misinformation taking place, as is the case usually online whenever there's a breaking news story. This is what I do.
But aren't you usually the cause of the misinformation?
A big part of what I do is holding people's hands through the news media process by allowing them to think critically. And
I don't think so, man. I don't think it's critical thought to say anybody who thinks that Israel has the right to exist is basically a Nazi, which is what he said. We have to keep in mind that is what he said when he made the comment about the anybody that's ever had a positive sentiment about Israel is a Nazi that doesn't deserve to even handle dogs, right? Like that is what you're saying.
and helping them understand media literacy. This is precisely why I was covering the manifesto that my friend Ken Klippenstein was able to find and release. Another friend of mine, Eric Toller of the New York Times Visual Investigation Unit, had also uncovered the manifesto of the shooter around the same exact time, and he had also released it on his Twitter page. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because oftentimes when instances like this happens, the media will take bits and pieces of a manifesto to create a framework.
Maybe we'll watch Hassan's actual original YouTube video about this, just to get more of the shit after this, get more information on it.
Work around the motive, but in this circumstance, the media actually was quite quiet about the manifesto in and of itself. And I think that's newsworthy, but that's...
Well, I think that there's a reason for that, because talking about somebody like a killer's manifesto gives them the attention that they were looking for in the first place. That's the problem, right? That's one of the biggest things is that when we have these conversations about school shooters or anybody who writes a manifesto, one of the biggest things is the reason why we're not so quick to highlight it is because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for attention. Fundamentally, they're looking to do a heinous act and justify it. Whether it's a school shooting a bunch of random Jewish people, because I doubt that he was specifically targeting these two Jewish people. It seems like he was just targeting any Jewish person at a museum because he hates Jews, and he's not criticizing the Israeli government. He's hating on Jewish people. this is what they want to do. They want to get publicity for it. And
wait, what was that?
You can Jewish people, because why we're not so quick to highlight it is because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for attention. Fundamentally, they're looking to do a heinous act and justify it, whether it's a school shooting a bunch of random Jewish people. Because I doubt that he was specifically targeting these two Jewish people. It seems like he was just targeting any Jewish person at a museum. Because
have you looked into the statements from the Israeli ambassador who claimed that the government entered the event and determined that they were Israeli embassy workers before attacking? Though that is obviously contested by the event organizers, who claim that he was denied entry following a background check. But both indicate that he knew something about the event and even had a ticket to it and was following the lobbying group that was running the event on Twitter. So it wasn't just random Jews, was it? It doesn't seem to have just been random Jews. That doesn't seem to be the case.
He hates Jews, and he's not criticizing the Israeli government. He's
also Jews, like there's 1.5 Jews.
Hating on Jewish people. This is what they want to do. They want to get publicity for it. And you cannot allow people to signal boost that for them. That's the whole point. That's the entire point of what they're doing. Is they're looking for this attention. And by you even reading it in general, it gives them that attention. But then on top of the fact that you absolutely do dog whistle that it's a false flag, which is preposterous.
That's not the story here. The story is that I got banned for it. I got temporarily suspended because this is a part of the Twitch terms of service.
I'm surprised they don't usually enforce it on you.
Not allowed, as it dictates right here in front of me, to even show a violent extremist manifesto on stream while denouncing it. This, I think, is not good for news and press freedom. And I said on Twitter, I'll take the suspension, but I hope Twitch changes its policy in the future.
I'm surprised they even covered it. This is funny here. Speaking out against terrorist organizations while displaying a recruitment video. I don't know. I don't think this is why he got taken down. I really don't.
Then why was he banned the day of the manifesto stream? And
I really don't think that this is it. I think that he's hiding behind this. I think he's hiding behind it, and he's pretending that this is the reason why he got it taken down. And I think that Twitch is doing the same thing in general, because he hasn't gotten punished for doing like extreme shit before.
Dude, this is okay. I understand. This is like an explicit thing that they've had for a while now. This is like an explicit thing. I agree that Hasan has gotten away with radical stuff before, but this is an explicit rule they've had for a long time now, especially about manifestos. Initially, it was brought in because Kira Chats and other streamers decided to read, after it went around TikTok, Osama bin Laden's letter to America. They decided to read that on stream and say, "What? This has got some good points to it. Whoa." They decided to do that like fucking idiots. Then Kira Chats got permanently banned, so they brought this rule in.
He's doing the same thing in general, because he hasn't gotten punished for doing like extreme shit before. He's literally played like terrorist music videos, he calls them, and gotten no pushback. I think that this is just mounting pressure, mounting pressure, and Amazon probably like, hey, we have to start doing more about this, and then to kind of cutting off certain aspects of what's been going on, because this isn't even something that would get you banned on YouTube. But again, I don't think that he was, I don't know, man. I don't know. But okay.
Right. Having said that, how do we get here?
And I feel like this rule was made in like this rule was made like.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this shit does get banned on YouTube pretty often. That's what Monkey Jones got taken out for. But sure.
To Hasan in the first place, I wouldn't doubt it. Going on, because this isn't even something that would get you banned on YouTube. But again, I don't think that he was, I don't know, man. I don't know. But okay.
Right. Having said that, how do we get here?
And I feel like this rule was made in like this rule was made like in response to Hasan in the first place,
Just totally wrong there. Just totally wrong.
Especially considering that I had covered manifestos of the Cybertruck explosion. First off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2008 Black Mustang V6 for verification. The Luigi Mangione manifesto. I do apologize for any strife or traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. The Wisconsin school shooter manifesto.
Well, he got in a bunch of trouble. He got in a bunch of trouble for the for that Rick Scott comment too. So
some people think it's pure nothing.
What
but
relevance does that even have?
It makes perfect sense that it makes perfect sense that he would get like that they would crack down, because they've been getting so much significant pressure because of like legitimate mounting anti-Semitism that really comes from Hasan's community on Twitch.
Ends up killing them without knowing it, which go right ahead. I don't mind, but kind of do at the same time. The literacy rates are abysmal in this country. The manifesto of Ryan Ruth. Dear world, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I'm so sorry I failed you. Wait, how did he know? And also the Israeli diplomat shooters manifesto.
Wait, did you just say
Trump rates are abysmal in this country. The manifesto of Ryan Ruth. Dear world, this was an assassination.
Oh, Ryan Ruth. I thought you said Dylan Ruth for a minute there. I was like, Hasan read Dylan Ruth's manifesto.
attempt on Donald Trump, but I'm so sorry I failed you. Wait, how did he know? And also the Israeli diplomat shooters manifesto. The atrocities committed by Israelis against Palestine defy description and defy
Israelis against Palestine. Just again, you need to keep these in mind because it's the Israeli government. In the same way that, like, I would imagine a lot of people don't condone what even Donald Trump is doing in America, is the same thing over there. Okay, the Israeli, there's this idea that it's like Israelis are all bad. It really is the government.
This is great.
It really is. Just to be absolutely clear,
guys. It's just the Israeli government. Guys, it's just the government.
And he constantly puts himself in the situation where he boils it down to like all Israelis. He makes them all complicit for like the actions of the Israeli government.
Quantification.
Guys, it's just the government. This is so fucking stupid. I can't even begin to, like, express how bad it is. The problem in America is not just Trump. It's not just J.D. Vance. It's not just Lindsey Graham. It's not just Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's not just even fucking someone from the Democrat side, I'm sure. But it's not just them. It's the voters, too. The voters hold many of the beliefs that the politicians put into place. That's why they vote for them. So the problem with America is not just the government. It would be ridiculous to suggest that the problem with America is just the government. That would be fucking absurd. In the UK, reform's on the rise. It would be fucking absurd for me to claim, if reform get in, it's just Nigel Farage. It's just reform. It's just the government. There are people that voted for them, that believe in the things reform want to do, that want those things in place. An aspect of society, an attitude in society that has led to these things happening, that is the problem that is causing the symptom, that is like, you see the leadership, but underneath that, there is going to be, in a democracy, some kind of agreement, some sort of agreement between some amount of the population at least. So it cannot just be the government. What an absurd fucking thing to say. Completely ridiculous. But because it's Israel, because it's the Jews, you can say this apparently. You can get away with this. Making an absolute retarded statement about politics. That it's, oh, it's just the Israeli government. What is it, something like 80% approve of like the ethnic cleansing plan right now or some shit? Is it not the latest plan, the whole Gideon's Chariots thing? 80% approve of that? It's not just the government, you fucking idiot.
Why was this different? Why was this a big deal? I'm covering all of these different manifestos on stream, and
I wonder what he's going to say.
And I've never been banned for it. Well, I believe the reason why this was actually a little bit different is because there was a lot of outside pressure in the immediate aftermath of
60% plus,
shooting.
depending on the way it's asked.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's been mounting pressure for a long time against you. So
the ADL, Apartheid Defamation League's very own Jonathan Greenblatt, went on.
Did you just say he fucked it up? It sounds so retarded sometimes, man. He said Apartheid Defamation League. It's the Apartheid Defense League, you fucking mug.
CNN, only hours after the shooting had taken place, to make incredibly slanderous statements about me, stating that I was responsible for this.
Well, I mean, if they were slanderous, then why would they bother taking you down? Unless maybe
my rhetoric was responsible for this.
He's just playing victim. I guess I wouldn't. It wouldn't be our Hassan if he wasn't going to play victim.
But see, this is what I mean. He's just playing victim. Dude, Greenblatt was on TV saying it's his fault. It's not playing victim. He's saying, the ADL is coming after my speech. And they are. He's right. Sitting there, if you turn around, if your response to someone's speech being attacked by an organization like the ADL is to respond, you're just playing victim. You're just playing victim. This is the absolute, this is a blatant contradiction of, you know, perfect, amazing free speech quote. I love to quote again and again at the moment. First they came for the socialists, and I said nothing. Literally what's happening here, live in front of you, is, oh, I'm just saying, I don't like this guy, so I'm not going to say anything. I don't like this guy, so he's playing victim. No, people are arguing that the material support for terrorism law should be used to stop this guy's speech, to lock this guy up. People are arguing that. People are arguing that. You think the ADL would take issue with that? You're smoking crack. That's the end goal. They would be happy. They've, approved of Elon Musk's salute shit. They've ran defense for the deportations and student visa revocations. over anti-Israel sentiment and or whatever, or anti-Semitism or anti-American or whatever. They ran defense for that. They're totally on board with that. And now you're like, yeah, and they're right about Hassan too. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
You know, we come to expect it, and we come to need it. We need the Hassan victimhood complex in this entire thing. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
All of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who
I love that he called him a gamer.
regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state.
This is slander.
I don't know if it's slander, man. I think it might be accurate. Again, like it's game.
Doing a gauzy
entire thing. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
All of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who
I love that he called him a gamer.
regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state.
This is slander.
I don't know if it's slander, man. I think it might be accurate. Again, like it's not. You're not just criticizing the Israeli government.
User, you have a mental disability. Now, I know you're trolling, so I'm going to time you out for the next 24 hours. Have fun. You can message me on Discord and try and get in a call with me if you want to have that undone. However, I'm going to reply to your last two retarded fucking messages in chat. Name one time any socialist has advocated for the speech of a right-winger to not be cancelled on a platform. Fight fire with fire. It's retribution against leftist cancel culture. Fighting fire with fire doesn't fix anything. You actually just make everything worse for everyone. That's all that happens. It's been years now of right-wingers having more of the cancel ability, right? They've had Twitter for a while now. Lefties have lost control of the platforms for a good minute at this point. Right-wingers have been in the position of power here. They haven't stopped. There's been no change. People are just, it's just pure eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind shit. That's what's happening. So everyone, you're just pushing for more censorship. That's all that ends up happening. So we end up in a permanent spiral where everyone's attacking each other and no one stands up for the principle.
You consistently criticize Israeli people as well, man. So
Through and through, I do not apply awful genocidal language towards Jewish people. I don't believe that even a genocide that the Israeli government is doing justifies a genocide to the Israeli government or the Israeli people. I am not the
wow, okay.
one who is defending a genocidal state here. Jonathan Greenblatt is. Having said that, this slander continued with no
When you say things like genocidal state, though, again, like we're hearing the dog whistle. Say genocidal government. There's no reason.
Dude. Don't say genocidal state. Say genocidal government. It's only the government. It's only the government. Dude, you're a fucking idiot.
Reason why a popular political content creator who is media trained, who knows the exact intention of every word that he says, would speak so uncarefully about his words at every single turn. It doesn't make any sense.
Back from the CNN anchor, which I think is rather strange.
Extremists should not be empowered. People who spout prejudice should not be platformed. This is a moment when we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, we've got to stop this because the consequences are deadly.
Here, Jonathan Greenblatt was making an implication that my rhetoric was responsible for this Israeli embassy staffer shooter going out and fighting Israeli embassy staffers and shooting them.
Is that what happened, though? Or was it... I don't even think that was what happened. Was this person explicitly trying to kill those people? Or was he just looking for Jewish people at a Jewish museum?
This is ridiculous.
Why are you using reading, Papago? Why are you doing like the tiniest amount of fucking reading?
I could have swore the shooter was a Twitch streamer now.
People.
Dude, it's just like he just literally he's worse than Hassan. Papago is worse than Hassan. He has picked stuff up from tweets that he half remembers and just rattles it off about breaking news stories. It is worse than Hassan's coverage. It's a JDAM type shit that he's doing here. Didn't Dan Saltman tweet this guy was a Twitch streamer? No, he said he had a Twitch account. So he wasn't a streamer necessarily. He certainly wasn't necessarily associated with Hassan. Just there was a Twitch account that was linked to this guy's name, allegedly, claimed by Dan Saltman on Twitter. No other evidence provided as far as I'm aware. This guy didn't follow Hassan on Twitter. This guy did follow the lobbying group that was putting on the event that he shot up, though. He did follow them. But we are insisting that it was an anti-Semitic attack with absolutely no evidence. Welcome, Sunday Raiders. Welcome, Sunday Raiders. Welcome in.
Was not one of them.
Why is the Queen fighting against you? Is that the is he sending you the fucking showing the clips? Is he showing the clips?
Following me? What the f do you mean? He wasn't
on Twitter. Well, okay.
However, following a bunch of, I mean, he was following Joe Weisenthal, you know what I mean? To Jonathan Greenblatt's statement, I replied with, Israel.
Keep in mind. Oh, yeah, I did see about that. Hassan completely
fuck.
purged his entire Discord server. That is true. Wait, if he doesn't feel like he's even close to partially responsible, then why did he remove all of his VODs and why did he purge his Discord server?
Dude. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear, guy. Don't you think? Nothing to hide, nothing to fear. Just let me look over your Discord, guy. Nothing to hide, nothing to fear, huh? Dude. It's so fucking insane. You are admitting guilt if you wipe your Discord. That's admitting that you were responsible for a terrorist attack if you clear your Discord because you're worried that there might be, you know, potentially a TOS strike or even unfair enforcement of the TOS, what you might view as unfair enforcement. Yeah, exactly. This is coming from a Yeet tweet. My understanding is apparently people were saying that Hassan clears his Discord every few months anyway. Don't know how true that is. Don't know the extent of that. But I wouldn't get on a stream and use this as a serious point to impugn someone without getting on and doing research. I certainly wouldn't use information that I don't fully understand and haven't verified myself to claim that someone else is admitting responsibility for a terrorist attack. That would be fucking insane. That would be like a ridiculous thing to do, don't you think? Wouldn't that be insane if you got on a live stream and used information that you haven't actually looked into, that you don't understand, that you're recalling from a single tweet to claim that someone else has accepted responsibility for a terrorist attack? Wouldn't that be fucking insane to do that? Don't you think someone would like call that out at some point? Don't you think at some point someone would go and look at some of these people's coverage and like turn around and go, well, I know that I'm like really on Ethan's side, but everyone around me is like a total piece of shit retard, completely betraying their principles. Wouldn't you hope someone would fucking do that at some point?
I don't know. Okay.
Israel is an apartheid state doing a live stream genocide. I think it's wrong and dangerous to conflate these heinous actions with Jews and Judaism. The Apartheid Defense League doesn't because they think they can improve Israel's standing by silencing its critics.
It's nice that you put a nice, decent looking, message up on Twitter. Doesn't change what you say on a consistent basis.
It, however, will not change the truth. And this is important to note because that's not where the story ends. During my coverage, there were a lot of people that stated that perhaps the embassy shooter was maybe a false flag operation.
Well, you stated that, Hassan.
Shooter was maybe a false flag operation. I do not believe that. Part of the reason why I covered the manifesto was precisely for this reason, to make sure that we understood the motives and we understood exactly what this shooter was intending to do. But that wasn't enough. There were the likes of E.L. Jacoby, a Hosborough guy on Twitter who lies at the behest of the state of Israel quite frequently, saying, breaking, Hassan Piker, hailed by the New York Times as the future of progressivism, tells his audience that the DC attack...
Well, I mean, they keep popping up puff pieces on you, so,
might have been a false flag. Then immediately...
That is exactly what the indication is and what you said. That's what a lot of people are going to get out of that.
He says, the guy was genuine with his actions. This is glorification of terrorism. Now,
that's what you said. You just showed us that you said that he was genuine with his actions. What?
These two things, these two statements here are at odds with one another.
There is no... So let's just say this guy was genuine with his actions. What's the point of saying that? What is the point of saying that somebody who shot a bunch of Jewish people is genuine in their actions? What do you think that communicates? That's the same thing as saying...
Communicates... So, okay, Papa Gart, I'm going to put something crazy to you here, okay? What he's saying is that the shooter, when he says why he did something, that is actually what he's thinking. When he says it's because he's upset about the genocide, it actually is because this guy is upset about the genocide. That's what genuine means, Papa Gart. It's not a value judgment, or whether that's a good reason or a bad reason, or whether it's justified or unjustified. Genuine refers to, like, something's relationship to the truth or the original. That's all it's saying. That's all it's saying. So when someone is genuine, it means they are being, for instance, sincere is another word, authentic is another word, honest is another word. You'll notice the synonyms for that word are not justified, good, awesome, based, epic, more people should do this. None of those. None of those, because that's not what he's saying. You fucking moron.
Hitler didn't... Some of the things Hitler did might have been good. It's the same thing. Why would you ever... So,
can we notice the difference between... this guy is genuine. The motivations are genuine. The actions are genuine. Or the actions are good. Those actions are good. Can we notice a difference between these two statements, perhaps, Papa Gut? Try and think that one through for 5 fucking seconds.
Or even why? What's the point? What are you trying to suggest there? This is the weaponization of, like, that's not, I wouldn't even call it a fact to say it's genuine, but like, let's just say this is a weaponization of a fact. Somebody who did a heinous crime, well, maybe they went to church every Sunday. Like, who the fuck cares? This context doesn't matter. It's only meant to emotionally downplay the action.
So wait, guys, this is possibly the peak of the video, okay? Listen to this take. Listen to this take. This is truly amazing stuff. Catch this. Catch this.
Say this is a weaponization of a fact. Somebody who did a heinous crime, well, maybe they went to church every Sunday. Like, who the fuck cares? This context doesn't matter. It's only meant to emotionally downplay the action that the person engaged in. That's the entire point.
So this person went to church. That's not analogous at all. That's not analogous at all. The way you could potentially try and make that analogous is if it was like a claimed Christian terrorist shooting. They were like, I'm shooting this place up because I'm Christian. And then you say, well, they went to church every weekend, so they probably was motivated by their religion. That might make sense. But then that's like totally reasonable to say. That is like a totally reasonable point to make in that context. That would be totally reasonable to say.
Did a heinous crime, well, maybe they went to church every Sunday. Like, who the fuck cares? This context doesn't matter. It's only meant to emotionally downplay the action that the person engaged in. That's the entire point of why you would say something, why you would bring humanization to an inhuman person. That's the point, right? And
so, dude, how amazing is this? How beautiful is this? How beautiful is this? How amazing. How fucking zogged and fried does your dumb little bald skull gotta be for you to think this way? All you're trying to do by reporting the facts of the case is downplay the emotional weight. Of this shooting. You're not letting Israel use this as an anti-Semitic attack that can be used to support censorship. You're not letting them do that. You're trying to downplay the emotional weight. You're trying to downplay... Yeah, no shit. Because it's being overplayed by the other side to support clampdowns on your fucking rights, you idiot. On your fucking rights, and to keep more money going to their country from your tax pocket, from your fucking tax money. That's why. That's why people are trying to bring the emotional temperature down and refer to the facts of the case and talk about it a bit more of a rational way. That isn't off in some delusional world where America's on the precipice of a Holocaust and Jews are being slaughtered in the streets. Let's get out of that fantasy world for a bit. Let's leave the fantasy world, come back down to reality. Where this is a guy who's very upset about the images he's seeing on social media and on TV. About Gaza, and is incensed, sent into a rage. But, not quite all there in the head, probably. Sent into a rage and does something extreme and repugnant over it. But that does seem to be what happened here. Not, he hates Jews. Not he hates Jews. That does not seem to be what was happening here. I certainly don't think he wants to wipe out every Jew on Earth. Given that he said one of the best things Stalin ever did was ending the most anti-Semitic regime known to man in leaked text messages. Don't think he really is on any kind of Nazi type beat. So people want to bring the temperature down a bit. And then Papa Gut, in the moments following that retarded statement about how we shouldn't bring the emotional temperature down on these things by referring to the facts instead of insane narratives that are being spun about them by foreign governments. When someone, in response to, after that, he then says, you're trying to humanize an inhuman person. So, it's worked on him. He has decided this person is not human. This is not a human anymore. And any attempt to humanize them is wrong. Any attempt to ever humanize a shooter is wrong. What a fucking insane thing to think. Seriously. I hate to tell you this, Papa Gut. He is a human with human thoughts and feelings, human emotions, believes things just like you do as a human, if you are one. The jury's out, to be quite honest. Jury is totally out. You're an amorphous fucking blob, so I'm not entirely sure. Look like one of those, the deep sea fish. Him and Stardust. Both look like those deep sea fish with, like, no bones, and they just, like, got the droopiness to them. So jury's kind of out on whether he's human, But the idea that you can never humanize a shooter, or if you humanize a shooter, you're doing something wrong, just absurd. Blobfish, thank you. Just fucking absurd. What a ridiculous, just detached way of seeing the world. It's so crazy. And you're just showing that the propaganda's worked on you, bro.
You did a heinous crime. Well, maybe they went to church every Sunday. Like, who the fuck cares? This context doesn't matter. It's only meant to emotionally downplay the action that the person engaged in. That's the entire point of why you would say something, why you would bring humanization to an inhuman person. That's the point, right? And again, he knows this. That's what it is.
But what's actually even crazier is that this is a 37-second video that is attached to this statement. Let's take a look at that 37-second video. But like I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag.
It's you. This is you absolutely saying it's a false flag. What are you talking about?
So it's very clear. I'm not saying it's a false flag incident. You are saying it's a false flag incident. Someone make this make sense. Someone square this fucking circle for me.
Not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag.
It's you. This is you absolutely saying it's a false flag. What are you talking about?
Incident at all. I'm not saying that.
This is you trying to suggest and cast doubt onto the situation.
I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken.
Wow, who would ever interpret this as support? What kind of a fool would ever interpret this as support for the incident? Okay.
Okay.
Spot one.
Most people that retweeted this didn't even actually watch the video to see whether or not it actually matched up with what this person was saying. Now, why am I talking about this random account?
It's like the only people that would fall for this are low IQ individuals. The only time you would fall for it's like, well, I didn't technically say it. You're doing the I'm not touching you right now. I'm not touching you right now. That's what you're doing. That his entire commentary on this is I'm not touching you right now. I'm not touching. That's the whole thing. That's all we're seeing here.
He got 6,000 likes. I retweeted. I said a fascinating phenomenon nowadays is watching people clip things in context that I'm saying and then turn around and simply claim that I'm saying.
I think Hasan thrives off of this type of content. I think Hasan is smarter than people want to pretend that he is. Like Hasan is smarter than his detractors want to pretend that he is. And this is what Hasan wants to do. He knows how to effectively low IQ dog whistle to his audience to make himself look like a victim. And then he knows he's going to get backlash from people. And then he goes, guys, that's not even what I said. That's not even what I said. That's the whole strategy. It's the outrage strategy. He's never changed from the outrage strategy since he said America deserves.
What was the outrage here? There was actually no outrage.
How, you know,
Hasan was on absolute when he was covering that manifesto, that stream. This guy was on best fucking behavior. He was emo only chat. He was telling people to stop Fed posting. He was very specific wording, genuine. You know, he was being very, very careful. The idea that it was just outrage farming that day is ridiculous. That's why, what clips have come out of the day Hasan read the manifesto? What clips get circulated? It's the one where he says it's not a false flag, but people say he's saying it is a false flag. And it's his chat, emo only. That's it. Those are the only clips that came out of that day. If he was rage farming, why the fuck are those the only two clips that came out? Ones where he's explicitly not. In fact, he's trying to avoid heat in both of those clips.
Dan Crenshaw should have had his eye sexually assaulted, but that's what it is. He's never changed his perspective. He's arguably gotten better at the dog whistles, but he's never changed his perspective.
The opposite of what I'm saying in the clip. This is a 37 seconds long video, and this dumbass lied about everything. Why am I bringing this up? Great question. It's because the clip formulated by this account, which stated Hasan Piker.
What is that? Oh, that's Destiny's guy, right?
Star of Amazon's Twitch.
Destiny's Child.
Says the attack sure looks like a perfect false flag. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The guy was genuine with his actions. How fucking absolutely gross is it that this is currently being streamed right now to 40,000 people? Then it turned into this. Hasan Piker, hailed by the New York Times, the future of progressivism, tells his audience that the DC attack might have been a false flag. And yet, here is
So this is the thing, is I know Dan's just like trying to force through his fucking narrative. So I can see a Dan tweet and just be like, okay, that's retarded. And I see that he's just being dishonest here. How does Papa Gut? It's just like the marks that actually fall for Dan tweets. It's crazy. You are such a mark if you fall for this shit. It's unbelievable.
Hassan Piker, hailed by the New York Times, the future of progressivism, tells his audience that the DC attack might have been a false flag.
Yeah,
And
he
yet
is
here
like huffing
Jake
into his mic at
Tapper
some point. Some of it's a
retweeting
transition.
this. So I
noise,
guess
some of
Jake
it's
Tapper, one of the most important members of the media, who just came out with a book talking about how the media narratives did not match up with what the people were seeing in terms of Joe Biden's senility, is still doing ridiculous things like this.
Maybe Jake Tapper just goes, oh man, this is not a good representation for more left-leaning ideology, which we want to have good representation of. Maybe that's all it is.
Doesn't make any sense. But of course, all of that pressure inevitably led to Twitch taking this action.
Oh yeah, you're right. He didn't say the guy should be sexually assaulted in the eye. He said the guy did get fucked in the eye. That's true.
I had covered manifestos in the past
Okay,
on
problem.
my broadcast.
Literally problem. That clip's fucking awesome. I'll play that clip a million fucking times. Literally cry about it, bitch. Cry about it, bitch. It's a fucking awesome clip. Where is it? Hassan Dan Crenshaw.
Power is the exact same as hard power. Soft power, embassies, diplomacy, exact same thing as military bases. I can't do this. I can't do this. Guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
So good. I would say yes to that. This is awesome. This is a W.
By a brave soldier?
Fuck Dan Crenshaw. Seriously.
Didn't he learn that there's a difference between like military bases and diplomacy?
Just based. Just based. W. Hassan. Why are you crying, bitch? Why are you crying, fatty?
Okay.
None of those manifestos actually met the same level of scrutiny.
Sure, that's all. The things are different. You're more mainstream now, so people are watching more closely. You're not just insulated on Twitch. It's just so funny because Hassan wants to get more popular. He wants to be more mainstream. He wants to be more mainstream, but he apparently doesn't like what comes along with that, which is people watching you more. So like that's what happened. People are watching you more now, and so they're seeing your words more. That's it.
Okay, that's not just it, though, is it?
There
is an active and deliberate campaign to try and attack Hassan's speech, whether via Twitch or through the law. That is happening. That is happening. People are arguing that the material support for terrorism law should be invoked against Hassan. He should be charged under that. People are arguing that. People are arguing that Hassan should be banned from Twitch permanently. In fact, your video title says that exactly. It's not just a matter of people are saying what he's saying. No, there is an active, deliberate effort to try to shut down his speech.
Now, so like you have to be more careful. You know, when you're a small creator, you can say fucking terrible shit. And you're much less likely to get targeted for it. And I'm not saying he was a small creator, but you weren't mainstream. Now Twitch is mainstream. You want to be the face of mainstream politics. You need to be more intelligent about the way that you interact with everything. So what else do you want to... That's just what it is.
This one did. And I don't believe this one did exclusively because it was about Israel. I think this manifesto was simply used as an opportunity to try to get me banned by gaming the terms of service. I did not think I was going to get suspended, but I'll take it. The real reason...
And he's enjoying it too because he's turning himself into a victim.
ADL and numerous other organizations are actively trying to come after me, however, is because...
You hate Jews, yeah.
Israel is falling out of favor.
He hates Jews, guys. Hassan just hates Jews.
Israel hasn't been in favor for quite some time, but I think more and more people are caring less. I think that...
Now, literally, next level retard analysis here. Dude, Israel is increasingly unpopular.
Like, people won't admit this to you, but the way that Hassan talks about this topic makes a lot of people not care about what's going on in Gaza. Him becoming more mainstream might be radicalizing more young people, but everybody else is like disconnecting themselves from it because it's toxic, it's stressful, and it's clearly deceptive. And so like people are tuning out. Israel's not falling out of favor. People, they still don't care very much. And again, he didn't actively advocate for the voting of Kamala Harris, who would have been better for Gaza. And Trump is in office, and Trump isn't doing anything to stop anything. There's no sentiment that's...
You didn't support Kamala enough, so you can't complain anymore.
Like anti-Israeli in the government in any meaningful capacity. So like that's just not what's happening. But again, this type of language supports the dog whistle that he made. It supports the dog whistle that he made. If you think about it, they're falling out of favor. It does seem like a false flag. Oh, okay. Well, maybe those things are connected. No?
Because many Americans and many people in the Western world are now finally seeing the truth that
Not really.
Israel is an apartheid state that is built around.
I'm not trying to be rude. Nobody really cares in the Western world. Like, nobody is shitting themselves over this in the Western world here, just to be clear.
An ethno-supremacist ideology, and that Israel is doing a live-streamed genocide.
Most people don't. They're just not really. Okay. I mean,
yesterday they killed a doctor.
Just say you don't care. Stop saying most people. Just say you don't care, Papa God. Just say this. I literally do not care how many children die in Gaza. I just think Hassan sucks. Just say that. Just say that. Just say that. It makes everything so much easier, Papa God. Why pretend that you've got any thought-out analysis on the politics of this? Why not just say, yeah, I'm going to give this a miss. I just fucking hate this guy and skip through it. Just say that. Just say that. Just skip through it. Because you're talking for yourself right now. Exactly. The EU, for one. What was it? The UK, France, was it Germany as well? I can't remember. The UK and France, at least, making announcements about Israel's actions in Gaza. And putting sanctions on Canada. It wasn't Germany, of course. Of course, Germany would never do anything to Israel. Canada. And Ireland. Yeah, true. And Spain. All making statements, starting sanctions and shit like that on like West Bank settlers and shit. So the idea that nothing's changing is ridiculous. Sentiment, especially in Europe, is shifting. And countries are starting to follow. That's just the case. And you should care. You should care. You should actually care about, like, international order. It actually benefits everyone to have a stable international order where rules are fairly enforced. You actually shouldn't just allow... Like, it's the same argument with, like, Russia and Ukraine, right? You shouldn't allow some country to be giga-expansionist and start moving into some other fucking country and taking their territory. Because it could happen to other people. It could happen to other people around the world. We want to maintain a strong line where that doesn't happen and there's a strong moral principle upheld. So you should care. You should care. But whatever.
Terrible.
9 of this doctor's children.
9 out of Gaza's doctors. 9 out of Gaza's doctors. 10 children in Israeli strike. Okay. Killed. Gotcha. That was just confusing to me. Yeah, this is terrible. I wanted to read through the article to see what Israel's response was.
Really?
Their response is that they're reviewing civilian targets to see if there are civilian targets. Obviously, there were. 9 children were killed. And they are claiming that Hamas is effectively was like hiding. That was like a target because Hamas was like hiding in there. Could be true. Maybe they're lying. We know Hamas does hide in civilian infrastructure. Again, it seems like neither the Israeli government nor Hamas cares for their own people.
Burned, charred. Images such as this.
Dude, just like the absolute. He just literally like. Absolute bot NPC just rattles off the fucking talking points. Thank you, Jenny. Huge appreciated. Jenny Vifwen for the 1337. It's huge appreciated. Doing the absolute just bot talking points. Just Hamas use human shields. There was probably a Hamas member in the basement. It's just like so retarded. How about you read the fucking article before you jump to the defense of Israel? And then he does the Ethan Klein strat of, I can say anything I want about the conflict as long as I end it with, oh, but neither government cares about their people. Both sides, guys. Both sides. Have we thought about this? Both sides bad? Have we thought about this? Have we considered this? That both sides bad? When one side has, like, fucking nukes and the other side has, well, apparently sometimes they take cookies and they break those down and they put them into water pipes that they dig up from the ground, and then they fire them and they smash into a wall. Both sides bad though, guys. Both sides really bad. Okay.
All over people's timelines and all over social media because now people have unprecedented access to the victims of a genocide.
We've been seeing this for like years, though. Like, what are you talking? It's not like a new thing.
Like ever before. This is the reason why Israel has fallen out of favor and has become a pariah state on the global stage. This is the reason why now Western leadership, who have supplied Israel with arms in order to engage in such violent acts for the past 19 months, are finally turning around and stating that perhaps Israel should allow aid in. That perhaps
watch this, dude. Watch this.
UK, France, and Canada threaten action against Israel over Gaza, but they've been letting aid in the whole time. I think one of the popular organizations was suspended, but they've been letting aid in. They vet through the aid. I'm not saying, I mean, obviously they're controlling part of it too because they want to have a level of control over Gaza. I'm not sitting here saying that they're perfect, but that's not even what this headline says.
Perhaps Israel.
UK,
There it is. Shut up. Israel says it will allow basic amount of food into Gaza, ending 10-week blockade. This is 18th of May, 2025. We can see here, if we just go down here, Israel has come under increasing pressure to lift its blockade, during which no food, fuel, or medicines have been allowed in. Aid agencies have warned about the risk of famine among Gaza's 2.1 million population as footage and accounts of emerge of emaciated children suffering malnutrition. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot has called on Israel to allow the immediate, massive, and unhampered resumption of aid to Gaza. So, when he said they were allowing aid in, yeah, they were allowing scraps of food and water in through the blockade. Yeah, but they had a blockade. Stop fucking medicine. Fucking medical supplies getting in. It's so fucking crazy. You know, no food, fuel, or medicines. They let water in, guys. They let water in. They got water, and they got through the pipes that Israel controls, and they got electricity from the generators that Israel controls, and they got body bags. And they got body bags. Wow. So much. Oh, look at all the aid. Look at all the aid, guys. Oh my god.
France and Canada threaten action against Israel over Gaza. To be clear, like, this isn't specifically about aid and not going in there. It's about military expansion. Like, they should be pressuring them, but this has been a pressure that's been going on from, like, the start. I think the U.S. has been the only ones that have been on the side of Israel from, like, the start. So I don't know. I just, the narrative isn't shifting. I don't know what to tell you. People are caring less and less, unfortunatally. Dude, especially in, like, Western world.
He's just like, he's totally out of the loop. He's totally out of the loop. He literally knows nothing about what's going on in world politics right now. He knows nothing. It's so fucking stupid.
And less and less about what's going on. So
should allow aid in, that perhaps Israel should stop doing war crimes. A former Likud far-right Israeli prime minister recently came out and said,
like, seriously, someone explain to me how Hassan's coverage is worse than Papa Gart's. I don't get it. I don't get how a fucking mongoloid like this can actually get on stream and claim that his coverage is better than Hassan's, or criticize Hassan's political coverage. Hassan's political coverage fucking rapes yours, dude. Seriously, on factual accuracy, on analysis. I'm a fucking lib. I don't even agree with Hassan. You're a fucking idiot. You sound like a fucking uninformed moron.
Enough is enough. Israel is doing war crimes.
Yeah, that's good. The former Israeli prime minister. He's saying close to war crimes, not saying war crimes, but still, this is good. But the problem here is that there's a constant dog whistle from Hassan in this community that, like, it's all Israelis. He even did it in this video, and yet, like, people we see, you're showing us.
He didn't say all Israelis. He said that it was a genocidal state, and there is a huge problem with supporting what many see as a genocide in Israel right now. Hugely racist attitudes, beliefs that, you know, agreement with plans of ethnic cleansing. These are broad issues in Israeli society, much like America has issues with its society, much like the UK has issues with its society, much like many countries that do bad things or vote in bad governments or have bad attitudes have problems. Every society has problems. It just so happens that one of Israel's problems in their society is a racism against Palestinians that leads them to approving of potentially heinous and despicable actions being carried out against that population. And that's what Hassan's identifying.
Israel, it's the Israeli government, and there is an outcry, right?
Yeah?
Israel has fallen so...
Sorry, what percentage of people in Israel approve of the Gideon's Chariots plan? Sorry, which percentage? Someone just remind me of that. Is it 60+%, depending on how it's asked, up to 84%? Is that... Oh.
Favor that The Atlantic, that a year ago wrote to rebut Hamas's allegations by letting journalists see the war up close would be a calculated risk. Even when conducted legally, war is ugly. It is possible to kill children legally if, for example...
why Papa Gut doesn't care about brown kids dying since Israel is taking away his possible targets. But I guess he only likes white kids.
Thank you for the $5, Citrus Chemist.
One is being attacked by an enemy who hides behind them. This was written on The Atlantic only a year ago. And now that very same Atlantic magazine is writing articles such as this one. It should not be controversial to plead for Gaza's children.
I agree.
Israel's limits on aid have put the...
This would all be a dunk if you didn't dog whistle that every Israeli person is responsible.
Maybe
for what's
279.
going on
Thank
in
you,
Israel.
Josh.
If you didn't support Noah,
This wigger, dual loyalty, but no birthright. Crying, laughing emoji. Thank you.
Samson, who references far right-wing individuals being shown in on-the-ground like interviews meant to make you think that all Israelis are genocidal and go, see, that's all Israelis, even though he knows that you would never reference some kind of interview style thing for anything because you're going around looking for an answer, right? So like, what are you talking about?
Region at critical risk of famine. Help is within reach, but it's not enough and it's arriving too slowly. The reason why the tide is shifting is because the pressure valve is insurmountable. Too many people know exactly what's going on, and as fascist ideology is a suicide cult, it seems like Israel is bringing the rest of the Western leadership down with it. Israel is no longer a democracy. You cannot be a democracy while you want to maintain an ethno-supremacist state that is an apartheid state. And
I mean, listen, Hassan, you're not exactly helping them not maintain their ethno-supremacist state. First and foremost, 20% of the population in Gaza, in Israel proper.
Guys, Israel needs an ethno-state because of people like Hassan. Hassan is making it unsafe for Jews everywhere else in the world. That's why Israel needs the ethno-state.
So not Gaza, not the West Bank, is Palestinian.
I wish Hassan was half as cool as these people think he is. I would have a way easier time rallying behind him.
The entire world hates Jews. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we have to stop pretending otherwise. Israel Zionism was born from anti-Semitism, mounting anti-Semitism that peaked in World War II, where 6 million Jews were genocided. They left to go to Israel because they were given that land. It did put
history lesson on Papa Got.
But that's what it did. And then Arabic countries kicked out their own Jews and forced them to go to Israel. That's just a fact, right? And so, like, we need to understand, like, if you can understand why Hamas is Israel, they were given that land.
What was this, a bridge story? Let's say this again.
They left to go to Israel because they were given that land. The entire world hates Jews. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we have to stop pretending otherwise. Zionism was born from anti-Semitism, mounting anti-Semitism that peaked in World War II, where 6 million Jews were genocided. They left to go to Israel because they were given that land. It did displace other people, and there should be restitution. But that's what it did.
Mm-hmm. They just displaced a couple people when they showed up. Just when they showed up, just displaced a couple people.
Arabic countries kicked out their own Jews and forced them to go to Israel.
Right. Yeah, that's how it went. So it was So what's the idea? They show up. They displace a couple of people. Those probably should have been justified. Those probably should have been given money back. And then all the Arab countries just kick out all their Jews, and they all have to go to Israel. Is that what happened, Papa Gut? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Or is that Jewish exodus that you're referring to actually a 25-year period in which multiple different things happened in different countries? And during that period, actually at the very, very start of that period, maybe even before that period, there was actually something called the Nakba, where 800,000 Palestinians were driven from their homes or fled. Driven or fled from their homes by the encroaching IDF. Or pre-Zionist forces, I guess you'd say. Which one is it? Which one is it? I guess we just forget about that one.
That's just a fact, right? And so, like, we need to understand, like, if you can understand why Hamas is a radicalized institution because of its oppression, we have to understand why Zionism was born. And Hassan constantly dog whistling anti-Semitism isn't exactly helping the cause. It isn't exactly changing the general sentiment that Israel.
I am just. Well, I think I can get away with it. I think I can walk the line. Okay, guys. I think I can thread the needle. Only I can bring back anti-Semitism and make it funny again. Thank you for the $4.99 Max Striker. It's so BS we had to concede white ethno-states to black commies, and now we have Reddit ethno-nationalism. That's facts. That's facts. So what I was trying to say to Lonabox, like, dude, you can't just do ethno-states for one group and not for everyone else. Like, I understand if you want a temporary thing where, you know, you don't think it's safe for these people in this region at this point. And I even have some sympathy for that belief. But to allow the principled continuation of an ethno-state for the sake of maintaining an ethno-state is, like, it's ridiculous. It's just like, you just fine with fucking crazy racism at that point. But yeah, dude, it needs to come back. I'm serious. Dave Portnoy, this has convinced me. Dave Portnoy has convinced me that anti-Semitism needs to be back in a big way.
You have a conversation? You're an idiot. Okay, continue. You're literally saying people should be allowed to make Jew jokes, say whatever they want right fucking now. That's
yes, I think people should be allowed to make jokes.
So how many motherfucking Jews have to be killed before you stop?
You have a conversation?
You're an idiot. Okay, you're literally
so awesome.
saying people should be allowed to make Jew jokes, say whatever they want right fucking now. That's
Yes,
what
I think
you're
people should be allowed to make jokes.
So how many motherfucking Jews have to be killed before you stop?
This is a Papa Gut stream. This is a Papa Gut live stream right here.
Has the right to exist in its current capacity, which is as an ethno-state. So, okay.
And you certainly can't be a democracy while doing a genocide. But the Western world that seemingly was able to abide by and hope that the pressure goes away from the broader public are now being forced to listen to the demands being made by the public. So there is a interesting bargain here ahead of us. Will our politicians listen to our voices and try to maintain the presence of a democratic process, or will they go down with Israel? As I say here, every day that goes by, more and more people realize the truth. The very same institutions that spent countless hours defending and contextualizing Israel's genocide will now change their tune. Try and deplatform me all you like, but you can't change what people have seen.
It's so the voice that he's putting on is so gay. It's so funny.
One day, everyone will behave as though they were always against this. I'm Hassan Piker. I hope you can keep supporting me and watching me on YouTube, because even if I get deplatformed from Twitch completely, I will still find a way. And even if I am deplatformed entirely from every single website, the truth will still come out.
Why doesn't this guy just make his own streaming service? Like Destiny.
Wow, awesome grandstanding, Hassan.
Especially since Twitch and I'm pretty sure
Destiny
Google
doesn't have his own streaming
both
service. You
medias.
Down syndrome, motherfucker. You're so stupid. It's not his own streaming platform. You stupid fuck.
But he would try to be pulling people over to
Holy
a different platform that
shit.
didn't support institutions that supported Israel, right? I don't really get it.
On that note, see you on Monday.
Whoa, guys, it's actually Tuesday or something right now. Woo! All right, let's see his original coverage. Let's see what his coverage is. His original coverage that he at least uploaded to YouTube. Because
Are we going to take him in stream right now? Really? Let's pull it up. Where is he?
So, like, I mean, just a little hoe joke? Yeah. So what did they say?
Is he fucking...
Is he saying anything, or is he just crying? Is he just crying to himself?
And then we go to Super Mega House, and it was Ian's podcast. And we're like, why didn't Ian say he had a podcast today? Instead, she kept talking about how she had a podcast to do.
She had a podcast to do. She's so full of shit. It's all sexism, the fact that you guys don't care. You know.
She was like, this cunt fuck demon. And she was in with us, and Ian actually was like, no, she's going to be in it. He asserted himself, and a lot of things like, he's pretty guarded.
Dude, I can see their I can see the coping. Yeah, let the haters talk. It gives you more money.
She was disappointed. He was trying to protect himself, but obviously so had changes then.
Dude. From that moment on, she must got so upset.
Holy fuck.
That they kind of just ended everything. What the fuck's going on here? I thought it was a fucking grooming victim.
So, reference to that, any other period that they were all helped out about?
Anyway. I have to fucking piss. It's so bad right now. There's a good bit of stuff. That's what you have to do. Thanks for $5. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Very good. Very good.
That's how you have to do it, dude. You gotta get on the TikTok. You gotta get on the TikTok grind. You gotta edit it. Every little breath has to be edited out. That's what you have to do. Thanks for $5. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so someone donated $5 to check out my coverage of his Cameron F305 stuff. He said, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Guys, listen, I don't care that somebody is complaining about me on their stream. Please stop talking about it. I'm just probably going to time me out for 24 hours. He can say what he wants. The way I interpret it, it's kind of like doesn't matter. It's a nobody that doesn't matter. It's just an indicator that we're on the rise, dude, because people feel that they can watch my content.
Oh my god. You know I'm moving on to Stardust next, right? You know I'm talking about Stardust next, right? Me covering you as an indicator you're on the rise. You sure about that, Papa God?
We've been suckling on Hassan's and Ethan's and iDubbbz's teeth for how long? Let this other guy suck on my teeth. What am I going to respond to? I don't
Oh
care.
my god.
What am I
going to respond
good for
to?
him.
What am I going to respond to?
I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a recession indicator. It's an indicator that my stocks are up.
So
and I think it's just giving back to the community. Dude. It's just giving back to the community. Okay.
The coping is crazy.
Do your thing, brother. Make it.
The haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. There's no criticisms of me. Haters gonna hate. What a fucking coward. What a fucking coward. Dude, this guy is giga lol cow. Holy fuck.
Make money off my name, dude. I really don't care. I think that's I've been doing it. Do your thing. Disagree with my takes.
Make money off the name. I'm doing this shit for the love of the game, buddy. I do this for the love of the game.
I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I really don't care. But I think it's great because again, it's an indicator that we're up. We're up in stoinks, dude. We're up in stoinks. So it's incredible.
40-year-old man saying
hopefully he does well view-wise for his video because that's just
with fucking Funkos in his background.
We get to give back to the community, man. It is what it is.
I would be very good. Time for me. So here it is. Okay.
Speaking of actually making money off of Papa Gut's name, I have not shilled a single time this whole stream because I'm like a fucking idiot or something. 472 people watching, 102 likes on stream. For some of those 370 people, then please moving their cursor to thumbs up and clicking it or pressing the thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through the Stream Moments link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat, which will highlight a message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that we highlight in chat, and I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Queeman, twitter.com/Queeman, or reddit.com/r/Queeman. Also, guys, huge push. Oh, twitch.tv/Queeman, we stream every day. Also, guys, huge push right now. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, Queller. Hugely appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so huge push right now for active engagement, okay, guys? Always be clipping ABC and post like hell, okay? Post like hell. Very important. There's a clipping guide in the subreddit called ABC's Guide. You can go and take a look at that Freddie Woods posted there. You guys can go and learn how to clip streams, how to figure all that stuff out. You should be running a Twitter account. You should be running a Discord account. You should be running a Reddit account. We have our Discord roller now for people who clip. We have an ape role for people clipping in the Discord. So if you're someone who actively clips, you will get given a special role to show that you're awesome, to show that you're epic. And also, guys, there is now a Twitter community that Freddie Woods runs called Chimp Clips, where you can go and participate, share posts around, get engagement, find other people's accounts so you can follow them, all that good stuff. It's very awesome. Great to be involved in. Great community stuff happening. Thank you for the €5, Q.
Smile.
Hugely appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's like really amazing. Say something nice. Oh, just the line hose. Please, all the hose means so much to me. Is that what you said? Yeah, so he's like that.
Is this guy? So he's just back to his goy slop.
Hey, you know what
Back to it.
they say, baby? Enjoy the minute.
Back to his goy slop and mumbling, feeling the pressure because he knows people are paying attention to him now. Feeling the pressure. What an embarrassing fucking retard.